Stop. So that's why we usually stop from time to time to make sure it's okay. But right now we have an issue on TikTok. We are done with YouTube now. TikTok was one better today. So please let's power tap on TikTok, and I think we're good on that. Um, our YouTube folks that came, please, if you're on TikTok, please, we have to power tap Ajo. So we don't want to lose this. Okay, we're good on YouTube. Òyìnbó ọba àwọn invest bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Wọ́n ti dẹ̀ bó. I was wasting my English, so thank you very much. I appreciate your. Bá a ṣe ń pa kan nìkan ró ń ṣe kìíní, ó ga ọ́. Ó dẹ̀ pọ́n report account. Àwọn ayé ìlú wọn. Irọ́ ọkú náà pa mókè. Wọ́n kàn tọrọ àwọn nìkan ní wet.
Correct. Let's do revival. Oh, yeah, spirit person. And the spirit.
Correct. Let's do revival. Oh, yeah, spirit person.
So is this power you have been hiding all this while? Voila. I didn't know you are.
So is this power you have been hiding all this while?
You know that our mother in Israel has been hiding.
I didn't know you are. I know that our mother in Israel has been hiding. Mother in Israel. Revival. Èyí láti sọ fún yín pé ìsọjí ọlọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní orí ètò TikTok ti Busuri Oris. A ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìsọjí ọlọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta tí àkọlé rẹ̀ ń jẹ́ Gbogbo mi fún mi. That is better than Gbogun Fologun, because that's the first that came to my mind. Gbogbo mi fún mi.
I think it's good.
Kolom Ashano. All right, let's. I think it's good now. We're good. Actually, I want to discuss spiritual matters. A point that you can bring into conversations, even if it has nothing to do with state policing, like we just did today. Talking about federalism, you insert state police because now we're trying to sensitize ourselves to ensure that let's do this. And if we have to, we'll call part of it and put it out. YouTube eating by so it's eating into our time. So let's get back into this. But please, if you're on TikTok, please, I don't know, maybe it's the weather that's affecting the network, but there's something there. But please power tap, share, especially for those of us on TikTok.
Start asking themselves what
with NCNC, the Mr. Oludotun ransom put in their outlook, in their goals, and in the objectives. Remember that the 1994 stuff that we talked about, the protocol that they came up with in 1944, was before they even, it had nothing to do with NCNC. It was about the Igbo nation, state union, the idea of dominating the entire country. It was something that they had hatched. Therefore, they found in NCNC a veritable tool to, achieve the aims they had as the Igbo State Union. So NCNC became the organ for the ethnic group. And for a lot of those people, they didn't even have cultural organizations. So they began to have cultural organizations much later. So Yoruba people, for instance, started in 45, also started in 48. May 1948 was when the Arewa, Mutane Arewa, that's the NPC, that was when it was formed, right? A lot of them started, coming up with stuff because they saw that this other guys were not just thinking. So that, number one, they didn't have any cultural organizations. EBBs were the first to have in the 1920s. They got their own in 1936. Yorubas did not have, so they had to create that one. They then discovered that what they have created is not like what the Igbos had created, quoting Anthony Nauro, and I think at this moment I should read something from him, so it gives you an idea how those people saw what Zeke was doing back in the day. And to be honest, I think he should have just stayed in that Ghana that he went, because he went to Ghana. He should have just stayed there. He's returning to Nigeria, is maybe see from what we have experienced so Sixth return came. I mean, he came back with this crazy thing about the
ethnic supremacy.
superiority of the Igbos.
Please, can you hear me? This network is misbehaving. Let me just switch networks. I beg. My lap will number. Oh gosh. This thing is.
Oh gosh, this thing is affecting my flow.
The network is weak. The other devices.
So I think the network is really bad on the other devices. So maybe because this one is, I mean, to be fair, they're different.
Just a minute, please. So this internet service provider is a weather something. It is weathering the storm. It's weathering, literally weathering the storm. So I think the weather is what's affecting us right now. I apologize. I think it's gonna work very well in the next couple of minutes. But I have to get back to this reading. TikTok, we shall be alright. Where will we? We're going to read from Arsenal 12th August 1968. It says here, the first ethnic cultural organization, the Ibibio Union, was born at this time. Others sprang up, but like the Igbo Union, became more political in character than the pioneer Ibibio Union. That's the point I'm trying to make. It says the first ethnic cultural organization, Alright, I think we're good on YouTube as well. So it says the first ethnic cultural organization, the Ibibio Union, was born at this time. Others sprang up, but like the Igbo Union, became more political in character than the pioneer Ibibio Union. And we can spend some time to actually unravel this because it's something that we can understand. The reason they became very political was because they were existing for the most part outside their regions, and they were creating those unions outside their regions in Port Harcourt, in Lagos, in Calabar, in different parts, and they were beginning to now think of making political demands in those places. You know, the Igbo state, you know what? It was said as unions in different places before they now gathered and said they're going to be state union. Then later on, they changed their name in the 40s to federal union. But the point is that in their mind, it was about survival. It was about being protected and everything. So it went beyond singing songs in native language. It went beyond singing native songs, helping people go to school. It became very political in nature, which was strange to many of the people because up until then, like I said, the concept of Nigeria being a nation was what was utmost, right, in the nationalist movement. They were all thinking about Nigeria until Zik. Like, if you were here, we discussed all the things that he did with his newspaper. I'm sure you remember, how far Baba Ziki went. Anyway, so that's what I went to read from that book, and I think we got it. So let's go back to the other book. We were having such a great time, such a beautiful time. Let me go back to the other book. apologize for the any question. Any question. Hopefully it will go up in the next 1 minute. Any questions?
Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo bẹ̀bẹ̀ o, má jẹ́ káyé ṣe mí o, ayé ló ṣe inú wa oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀. Ìwọ náà la máa ń ṣe orin fún ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ń gùn ẹ, ó fẹ́ gbègbè o. Ó fẹ́ kúrò.
One more second. 1 minute. Trying to get this back up.
January.
You know, let me bring some. There's a person who's been trying to come up. Adegboye Mosili. Please don't send request here too. I'm just bringing him up because he's been trying to come up for it. So I'm very careful with budgets now. Because the person might give something now. And maybe you're looking for, let's say, 5 naira. Person gives 50 kobo. Another person gives 20 kobo. Go watch every 1 naira. Person says, what the leper what the leper ada? Oh my best, you back home. Yes, so that's a very, I just said we go to support. You know. And it costs a lot to do this. But I think it's the equipment. There's some things that we need to get, to be honest. I'm very careful with say mentioning the budget because I don't like to be explaining myself. Especially if the money is not big. Even if it's big. And the reason is because the person who gives a naira, 1 naira, and the person who gives 1,000 naira, they're both supporting it. And they won't know that but if we got on support. If you just you know, to give towards something, then it becomes easier to manage expectations. You know what I mean? But thank you for saying that. When you keep us to that, where we do to hit in Kolobama. To be honest,
January 1952 in the Western Parliament, House of Assembly in Ibadan. He said the Oni is to my right and to my left. To my right is the Oni of Ife and to my left.
Akintola messed up. I don't call him. I don't like to say that he's a bad man. I don't like the extreme. But nobody say the man no mess up. Messed up. And but the goal that he had was not a bad goal. But that personality clash that he had with Awolowo was unnecessary and
Necessary and
it was bad to the point that Yoruba land they were knowing results.
it was bad. It was bad to the point that in Yoruba land they were knowing results before we even had elections.
He was trying to do something.
But
It was not pan-Islamist.
it's sad.
All those Islam things,
It was not pan-Islamist. So Akintola was a Christian now.
His name is literally Samuel.
All those Islam things is just what people said. How could he be pan-Islamist? His name is literally Samuel.
The school he went to in Lagos was Baptist. The school he taught
A Christian. Someone that grew up in Baptist.
was a Baptist through and through.
The school he went to in Lagos was Baptist. The school he taught where he taught in Lagos was Baptist. Was a Baptist through and through.
Let's do that on Friday. Let's continue this.
You know. So maybe we'll do that on let's do that on Friday. Let's continue this on Wednesday. I actually feel like continuing because I like the topic, but I also want to be able to have that connection. Good evening, Bolaji Oguni Johnson. Good to see you, sir. We're going to have all of that on. We're going to revisit this book, and then on Friday, let me put it this way: we'll do this book on Wednesday. If we don't finish, we'll do it on Friday. If we finish, we'll do Akintola and Awo. Deal? So that's our deal. Because if I keep going back and forth, by the way, YouTube is now stable. After all my God, we thank you. YouTube is stable now, but it's late. It's 26 minutes to 7. So let's do like that, yeah? We're going to continue this on Wednesday. We're going to continue it, right? And there's a lot to unpack. Again, the book is The Educated Elite in the Nigerian Society by Dr. E.B. Ayodele. All right, we're going to go deeper on Wednesday. If we finish, we'll go to Awolowo and Akintola on Friday. If we don't finish, we'll continue on Friday. But we're definitely doing Awolowo and Akintola after this one. Then after Awolowo and Akintola, we might go. Somebody has a question. So it's every day. I'm just saying. So we meet here every day, 1 p.m. Ife time, West African time, every weekday, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays.
But Tuesdays and Thursdays we finish around 3.
But Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are the days we have full sessions, right? That will end around 7. But Tuesdays and Thursdays we finish around 3:30 p.m. So we're going to be here tomorrow, but it's not going to be a full session, and I'm not going to be. We'll be listening to some of the recordings we've had, and then we have question and answers as well. By the way, somebody asked a question on Thursday that I think we're going to have a session on, and it was about IBB's book. All right, so we'll do that later. There is a person here on YouTube, on TikTok, asking an interest. So let's do some question and answers, and then we'll just move on from there. Okay. Bolaji Oguniyi Johnson. Please, my question is, who is the real Yoruba person? So number one, that has nothing to do with what we've discussed so far. I don't know where that's coming from. So you might want to come up to explain the context. Why are you asking that question? Excuse me. Why are you asking the question? What's it about? And then maybe we can now talk about it because it's abstract. I know. I don't want to assume I know what you're saying. So let me hear from you. You're up now. CEO, please mute.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Reason why I'm asking this question is because
Where are you from?
Okay, I am from Ogun State. Right
No.
now.
Where are you from?
No. As a Yoruba person.
Where am I from?
Yes.
I am from Ogun State.
No. As a Yoruba person. As a Yoruba person, where are you from?
Okay. As a Yoruba person, I'm from Ire.
Is that where you went?
Ire. Osun State Ire. That is
Is that where you went? Is that where you went to school?
No, I went to school in Kaduna. I had gone to school in Kaduna, but I was born at Ogun State. So
you grew up in Kaduna?
Where else did you grow up?
Yeah, I partly grew up in Kaduna.
Partly where else did you grow up?
So I grew up. I was at Ogun State. Then I went to school in Kaduna State. I didn't finish.
Okay, that explains a lot. Oh, yeah, Mungbo?
Okay, I was on a platform and there was something going on, and I thought I should bring it to your attention. I just want to be educated. Somebody said ekun. He mentioned a lot of things like ekun, slaves or something. He said they are real Yorubas who are royals, and then they are the fake ones. So he asked me a question. He used a term.
What's ekun? What's ekun?
I think I'm mentioning it wrong. I'm not sure.
Do you speak Yoruba at all?
I don't speak it well. I understand it, but I can't speak it. I can't speak it honestly. I won't lie. But on that platform where I was, the person made mention of a slave. What is a slave in Yoruba? It was like I told him I'm Oguni Bolaji, and he was like, okay, where am I from? And I told him that I'm from here, and he was like, okay, that means you are a slave. I was like, how am I a slave? All I know is that I am a Yoruba person. On that day.
Cause wahala you understand? So maybe that's why the person is talking to you that way. Like maybe they hear you, you don't sound Yoruba, so like, oh, you can't be Yoruba because you're trying to infiltrate, which is something that's happened when people are having conversations. Um, so I think that's where that's coming from. So it's not so much about um, you, again. That's why I said the question has to be it has to be contextualized so that we don't go on answering a question that's not been asked. So when someone said that you're not Yoruba, there has to be a reason. Maybe because maybe maybe because of the way you sound, or maybe you said something that they didn't. I don't know. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. Okay. 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 So where in Ogun State? Where in Ogun State? So why did you not mention Ire? What's happening in Ire? To Idiroko. So let me so I don't know if it's my network or your network. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Uh, Thank you. Thank you very much for that submission. And I mean, I think it's not going to stop anytime soon. And hello, motivator, good to see you. It's not going to stop anytime soon. And the reason is because um, there is no plan to becoming what they hate. And they hate what they want to become. They want to become that thing, but they hate it. There's no plan to becoming that thing. They will always be outside and always have to throw shots in and insult people. So I think, I mean, during Fulani, Shebi, Fulani was one everybody was insulting. Yoruba people are there now, they insult Yoruba. It's just that they will the point is that they can do whatever they're doing, they'll be fine. I don't even care about their rhetoric. I think it's just that one of the things we have to do, I'm praying that it will get to that point where in Nigeria we begin to write where we are from on our passport. We have to be writing it there. We have to be writing our ethnic groups right now, Sha. They know now. They know that this is what, if your name is Olu, Ade, Ola, like what's it bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mọ̀ wọ́n àwọn orúkọ báyìí ibi báyìí ló ti wá àwọn orúkọ báyìí ibi báyìí ló ti wá. So that's the beautiful part of it. But thank you very much for that submission. We just make sure that we drown the negativity with positivity. We'll talk about the good things happening. We'll talk about the opportunities available. We'll talk about how we can do things better. They are always early. Good evening. Evening, sir. I'm very well, thank you for joining us. There's a lot of noise in the background. Okay. It's okay. It's okay now. It's okay now. Please continue. You said you were passing by. Where are you coming from? I know, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. I know, I know. Oh, okay. So there's a level where they were saying who are the real Yorubas. Did Yoruba people now go up there to answer what the real Yorubas are? So you think they're asking that question? Sorry, man. Wait. You think they're asking that question because they want to know? Yes. Can I take a minute to round up? okay. What do you want to do with Southwest Europe? Okay, that I should get in there. Esheon, thank you so much. So my network is just misbehaving. No, no. Mo gbọ́ yín. Ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ ṣé o. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ẹ ṣeun gidi gan. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mi báyìí? Ah, just Christy. Mo ń bọ̀. Um, 1 p.m. Ifẹ̀ time, West African time. The bank details are up here for those who want to support what we're doing. Thank you very much. Man like Mickey, I think, I don't know where you're from, but clearly you're one of those retards that flood the streets of TikTok. Alright, but thank you very much for being, for showing your stupidity. Thank you. Alright, somebody says Kotu na don't cast. Who is this fragile? Fragile, what's this Kotu thing that you're doing? What's Kotu? What's that? I saw you said somebody is not Yoruba, the person is Kotu. Hint me. Oh, okay. All right. That's why. Let me just go, please. Let me just play the anthems. So I'm going to play the Nigerian anthem and also the Yoruba anthem. So I'm just going to play the Nigerian anthem and the Yoruba anthem. Thank you very much for making to. Please. You are no, please. I don't like you are interrupting. Please just mute. kóòtù òjìrì gbogbo wa, we are all Yoruba, we are kóòtù òjìrì, and the people are using it as a tool. Again, if a Yoruba person is telling that he's kóòtù or is Yoruba, if anybody wants to get into that conversation, it cannot be an Igbo person, right? You must not know who you are to even try to want to get into that conversation. You know that. I think those are even allowing you to talk at the roles I should play. Anyway, let's play the anthems and go on because it's late already and sincerely I'm tired. So please let us play the Nigerian anthem and then the Yoruba anthem. That's not even an issue. No, it's not an issue, it's just the division of you're not Yoruba, you're this. That's what, because the truth of the matter is it's both. We are Yoruba, we are Kotu. And Kotu Ojiri just means Karo Ojiri. So the Igbo person saying that thing, again, you don't have history, so maybe you just calm down and try and understand where you're coming from. I'm not saying all the Igbos don't have history, but this particular one, I think it was found with his head on the floor. He never gave birth to him. Anyway, God bless you and family. Thank you very much for being here. All our speakers, everybody who came up in the comment section, thank you very much for coming. By the way, Ọ̀yọ́ àbí Ifẹ̀ àbí nǹkan bá ti ẹ̀rọ ọjọ́ tí ẹ̀rọ gbogbo sí ìwé in fact iṣẹ́ ìfún Ọ̀yọ́ àní Ifẹ̀ náà ìṣọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àyè Yorùbá ń ṣe Ọ̀yọ́ ń ṣe bó ṣe wù wọ́n Yorùbá dẹ̀ ń correct wọn ọ̀rọ̀ àárín ọmọ ìyá sí ni. That's why I say even tá a bá ń bínú síra wa gan ó ní àwọn ọ̀gá tá a lè sọ lórí tá a bá pariwo kíní ara wa náà still àárín ara wa náà ni ẹ bá mi dá wọ́pọ̀ kò ní ìdá sí gbóná. I apologize, the network is not helping at all. Must think is in his father's house because stupidity is not allowed there that like it is in your parents' place. Anyway, hello Marco actually. We'll be here tomorrow 1 p.m. I want to try something different. I want also have a session where we can talk. So bring some people up tomorrow. I have some like tete-a-tete. This is some stuff and then also have conversation amongst ourselves. So if you like to if you're not able to speak today, I apologize. You just have to go down. Please come on tomorrow and then we can have this session. 1 p.m. Ife time, West African time. I'm trying to connect automatically or anyway. Alright, let's play the anthem. ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ wo ni wọ́n kù lágbára Ọlọ́run, ìdàgbàjọ́ ò ní bàjẹ́, Yorùbá náà ò ní bàjẹ́. Ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye tí àwọn adarí wa máa lò láti jẹ́ kí ọkọ̀ wa dèbí tí ògo Ọlọ́run fún ọmọ ọgbọ́n àti ìmọ̀lẹ̀. Àwa náà Ọlọ́run àná lọ́wọ́ náà gbọ́ wa sókè. Àwọn nǹkan tá nílé èròǹgbà fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti fún ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú wọn láti mú ṣe ní dáadáa lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àwọn tó bá lẹ̀ ní kùtìẹ̀kùtìẹ̀ tàbí àwọn kan kù láyé wa ní ilé wa Ọlọ́run wa lọ́wọ́ lábà àtúnṣe ìbàjẹ́. Thank you very much for being part of today's session. I'll see you tomorrow 1 p.m. UK time, West African time. We're going to have a fantastic session. We'll play a video, but I want to spend some time to also have a conversation with us, so we'll have questions and answers and then get into some deep things, alright? That'll be tomorrow, 1 p.m. UK time, West African time. Do have a lovely evening. See you tomorrow. Sorry, somebody says, Professor, they are debating immigration law in UK Parliament now, and they said English is compulsory. Of course. That's one of the major problems happening in all those boroughs where you have these groups of people where they don't speak English, they don't care for the culture, they don't care for the, what's the word now? Idiosyncrasies of the locals. They just want to be themselves. And I don't let Jenny be taught to one Jenny in England. And that's what's happening right now. And you can't tell them Yoruba is compulsory because you are still doing kajoyo. What about it? Example to my is no example UK for this particular thing. Example Canada Loma work better. Because in Canada, in Quebec, you have to speak French. Even the signs have to be in French language. If you put up a sign in Quebec, it only say French, that's all fine. Even the menu, and they're in the same country. This is not even towards immigrants. This is Line Arawo. That's the kind of structure that will work for Nigeria. But we'll get there. Agbára Ọlọ́run. Thank you very much for being here today. I'll see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. UK time, West African time. Do have a lovely evening. God bless you. Bye bye. Say go be. Whatever. Rex Baba. Rex Baba. Rex Bobo. I used to call Roy Bobo. I can call you Roy Baba too. I can call you too Rex Bobo. Rex Bobo. Rex Baba. I used to call Rex Baba a lot. Anyway, small, tiny boy. But look at you now. Take a look at you now. Network was terrible. Listen to the